Okay, Nathan Cox here, guys. I've had some people ask me more about these Werner multi-use telescoping ladders. I've got the MT 17 and the 13 here to my left. So let's talk about how we use them, what they can reach. This little 13 is great because it can fit in most people's car trunks without having to put the car seats down or anything like that. So this can get in the trunk, but you know, obviously you can use it as an A-frame, and it is big enough to be able to go painting, you know, against the ceiling. Pretty standard roof right here. Single-story house. Top of the gutter is at 9.5 feet. If someone asked me, can they reach a roof if it's at 10 feet? All right, now this one's at 9.5. That's pretty close. So that's the example I'm going to use. You want to use it. You want to push these tabs in here, stretch her out to extension. I typically like to extend the top part first. Alright, now we know that's not going to be tall enough just yet because this is just the MT13. So we're going to go ahead and take these pins out down there. Go ahead and lift her up the rest of the way. Making sure all the pins are locked back in place. There we go. Standard single-story house. It's 9.5 to the top of the gutter. 10 feet might be pushing it so that you can get your proper angle here. We are on a good, flat, okay, even surface here with a slight slope, but it's pretty even. But that is sufficient. That's sufficient to hit that roof line. So if your roof line is 10 feet or above, you're really pushing it for the MT13. Again, now how do we put it back down? Just in the opposite order of how we took it up. Pins out. Be careful there. Make sure your hands don't get caught on that top rung there. So try to keep them above that so you don't pinch them. Take these pins out. Drop it down. Push these pins in. Now don't let it fly because it is going to stop at A-frame. So you don't want to just drop it and let it go all the way down because it will stop there. Alright, that's the A-frame. Alright, now some people asked, I'm just going to keep using the MT13 because right now it's the easier one to use. What about making it 2 A-frame ladders? How do you do that? Someone said, I don't know how to do that. Unlock your pins for one leg, take it all the way off. Do the same on the other side. Unlock the pins. Slide it all the way off. Obviously we have one A-frame here. How do we make this an A-frame? Now right when the Werners came out with this, they actually gave away some extra set of hinges that would slide in here and you would just lock the pins in. Made it real easy, but only a few people got them. I actually was one of the ones that got it with my original M17. I do believe you can order those on the website. But for those of you that do not have the extra set of hinges, alright, this is how we do it. This is the way it comes right off the ladder, right? Spin one of them around. Take those locking pins, the one you just spun around, and put them into the holes of the other one. There we go. It will lock as the A-frame. Now you can't walk on both sides of this so much. But what this is designed is now you can use this for scaffolding. And you can put a board from here to here and use this as scaffolding. The extra set of hinges are nice if you happen to be one of the people that got them, or if you can order them online still, because then both sides will go and it'll look a lot more like this, and you can stand on both sides of the ladder. That's the one downside of not having the extra set of hinges, but it does work for the scaffolding. Last thing to talk about, and since this one's apart, I guess I'll use my M17 over here on the stairs. I've got some steps here behind me. So how do we make a ladder work good on steps or stairs or something else like that? Your typical standard ladders really do a horrible job. Now you can't get extension legs or something like that, so you can extend one side out, but these ladders do it right out of the box. Obviously you can't stand on a ladder like this because it's going to fall right over. There we go. I've got this side down longer than the other side. It's not perfectly level, but it's a pretty level ladder. More than enough to be able to safely stand on this ladder while you're working across steps, stairs, uneven surfaces, or a sloped, sloped grade. Now do note, when you're working on a sloped grade, whether you have it as an A-frame or an extension ladder, these Werner ladders do have great multi-purpose rubber feet, but unlike a standard extension ladder who has also a rubber foot, the extension ladder, once the foot is flipped over, has steel spikes to dig into the ground. So do keep that in mind where you put your ladder. If it is sloped grass, something slick, you don't want these feet slipping down and you falling off the ladder. So just make sure that it is on a good surface that's not going to slip. Other than that, these are some of the greatest ladders out there, and this is just an extension to my review of these ladders of how to use them. Guys, thanks again. Please share this video and please subscribe.